Hello, everybody. I'm Ramsis, your host here once again for Ramsis Retro Longplays, and we are deep into it now. We are up to Boston Nuclear Meltdown 2010 as we played through SimCity 1991 on the Super Nintendo, and most of these scenarios, if not all these scenarios, were found on most versions of SimCity, so it's not like you can't get the same experience, but we're doing it on Super Nintendo because, you know something, we want that fun Super Nintendo feel. And I have a weird feeling that this Boston Nuclear Meltdown is going to be caused by some Nintendo-related disaster, and I can't wait to see what they threw into this one. We already had Koopzilla destroying Tokyo. Let's see what happened in Boston that caused a nuclear meltdown in 2010, and that seems so long ago now. 15 years ago. Isn't that amazing? 15 years ago that there was a meltdown in Boston. I didn't hear about it, but maybe there was a reason that this happened. Let's find out. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing in this edition of Ramsis Retro Longplays. Thank you for joining me once again. We're doing all the scenarios here at SimCity Super Nintendo. That way we get to relive it, enjoy it. It's the best way to do so. And then we might dabble in some fun things. Like I said, stay tuned for the end. We might do some bonus stuff. Build a city, or use another version, or both. I don't know. We'll just keep it going. That's the fun thing about Ramsis Retro Longplay, is we can end it when we want to end it. And that's the way it is. Alright, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell if you like what you see, have something to say. And many of you have, and many of you do, and thank you for that. Join us on our main channel, Vestige Retro Reviews, where Retro's alive and well. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. I hope to see you there as well. We're doing a lot of retro stuff as of late there. And I know everyone here will enjoy what we do there. So if you like what I do here, and many of you do, thank you. Please do check us out on Vestige Retro Reviews. Retro's alive and well, not going anywhere anytime soon. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Vestige Retro Reviews. Check us out there as well. Alright. Boston Nuclear Meltdown. Alright, I can't wait to see what the story is. Here we go. I'm going to push the button. It is Boston, USA, 2010. A nuclear nightmare has occurred in Boston. The plant's water pressure dropped to critical levels, causing the core to overheat and explode. This incident coincided with the simultaneous flush of every toilet in Boston during halftime of the Nintendo Power Bowl Championships. Fallout has made parts of the city unlivable. Your task is to isolate the contaminated areas and rebuild the city in 5 years. Alright, so what happened here? I'm trying to understand the story. So a nuclear explosion happened because in Boston, every toilet was flushed during the halftime of the Nintendo Power Bowl Championships. And the overflow of water, I guess, caused the water to not pressure right, and the power plant blew up. Boy, I'll tell you, that was a pretty epic event if that's the case. Alright, well, who knew that was the reason? But anyway, so the goal of this is pretty much going to be build a metropolis, but get rid of everything that's covered in nuclear radiation, and that's going to be the fun little trick of this one. So it's not that hard, it's just, it's good. Well, you'll see. Let's go. It's going to be the same stuff as always. Here we go, nuclear explosion. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. Well, he seems to be alright. He's wearing a bandage and with a crutch after a nuclear explosion. Wow. A nuclear disaster! The nuclear power plant has had a core meltdown. Radioactive particles have made parts of your city uninhabitable. Bulldoze the affected areas and rebuild your city using uncontaminated land. So that's really the whole goal. Get rid of anything that has contamination and just build up everything else. So it's not that hard. It's just you do have to get rid of all the contaminated areas. So we are going to pause. Let's pause it. That's sleep mode. Alright, let's look at what we got here. So nothing up there was affected. That's good. So here's where the nuclear power plant was, obviously. Alright, so everything has been hit. But we have another airport, so it's okay to destroy this airport. And we'll keep this power plant going. Nothing here. So it's really just get rid of everything that has contamination on it, because that's all worthless land and it's not going away. I mean, it's very simplified, you know, nuclear radiation, really the whole, it's not just like, oh, just isolate some areas. This is like some real dangerous stuff, and it's very toxic, and, you know, you wouldn't be able to really use the city at all, but that's okay. We're gonna figure this out. Alright, so first things first, we're gonna get rid of every building that has contamination. Alright, let's do it. You know that we'll keep the sports stadium. One little dot won't hurt anything, right? Wink, wink. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we gotta get rid of all this. This is all garbage now. All garbage. And of course, we're gonna get rid of roads. Remember what I've... Now you can't... Nope, you cannot bulldoze nuclear radiation. Wouldn't that be nice if that's all you had to do? Just bulldoze the nuclear radiation? And let's get rid of... I think this whole area is just gonna be worthless. Let's get rid of everything up here. Because there's no point anymore. Yeah, everything has to go. Let's just... This whole area is gonna be worthless now. And we'll stop it like right here. We'll put a line, imaginary line through here. Okay. And all this has to go. The railroad has to go. Yep, it's all gotta go. Everything must go. This is what happens when you have big events for Nintendo. I tell you, you can't take them anywhere. I'm gonna get rid of any excess. The same thing applies here. All the roads and rail add extra taxes. If you don't need it, get rid of it. We don't need it. Get rid of it. That's it. Yeah, get rid of all this. I think we don't even need, well, yeah, we don't even need this. Yeah, believe it or not. All that can go. Well, this can go. That's a waste. That's a waste. Alright, we'll keep that. We'll attach the railroad there. That's fine. Now, we don't need 100 seaports here. Look at this. We have, look at all the seaports. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they did this because this is Boston. I get it, but we don't need it. Realism, as I mentioned in my previous playthroughs here, does not matter in this game. We are not here to be realistic. We are here to win the scenario in a fun way, of course. So, seaports are going. 1, 2, because they cost money. Maintenance is for all this. We don't need it. It's all going. Okay. Yep, all of it goes. And let's get rid of 2 more, right? 1, 2. Alright, we'll keep 2 for now, but if I feel like it, we'll get rid of that too. Alright. So the stadium's gonna stay. All this is going though. All this. This is all wasted land. We can't use any of this anymore. So most of our money is gonna go to bulldozing now. So yeah, we have to really play this tricky here. I don't want a repeat of the mistakes we made last time. We are not gonna build railroads everywhere. We're going to build railroads, but we're not going to overdo it like we did last time. Ramsis can learn. I've mentioned that in many of my long plays. Ramsis can learn, folks. He can. He's not good at learning, but he can learn. Yeah. Alright, let's get rid of all this. You don't want to live in nuclear waste. And we'll just remove everything near it. I don't know if it could spread. I don't think it can, but I can't remember, so we're not going to even take the chance. Okay. Now, this is realistically what they would do. They would get rid of this whole entire area if there was nuclear radiation. I mean, that'd be like, that's it. And I think technically we have to get rid of all this too. Yeah, there's really no point in anything up here anymore because we're not going to connect anything to here. So all this has to go too, sadly. Sorry, folks. That's what happens when a nuclear power plant goes nuclear. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's get rid of all of it. It's also a good way to save money because we're going to get rid of all this roads. We don't need any of this. And another reason to get rid of it is the power lines. We only have 1 power plant now, so we've had to build power lines all the way. That's a long trip through all that nuclear waste. Nope, all this has to go. Alright, meaning we don't need this long pathway anymore. Isn't that great? A lot of money's going to be saved because, if you remember, maintenance is charged for every piece of road and railroad that you have. So the more you get rid of, the less your maintenance is. And remember, only one side has to be covered, so we don't even need a lot of the roads here. We can get rid of most of this. There we go. What else? This can go. Yeah, unfortunately we have to do that little ticky-tack stuff where we are gonna get rid of all the little, you know, extras that we don't need here. Again, it doesn't make for a beautiful city, it just makes for a more affordable city, and that is our goal when you're playing with limited funds in a scenario. That's right. Alright, so again, we don't need that. We don't need side streets, so there's gonna be no side streets in our city, unfortunately. Let's see, all that is needed. Yeah, we need that. Yeah, actually, we need that. What else? Yeah, all that's a mess. I don't even know. I don't know. Let's get rid of all. We might get rid of this area, too. This is kind of messy. It's interesting because they were, and I'm going to use the word lightly, trying to make it sort of realistic to what Boston looks like. And again, I'm using the word very, very lightly here. Trying to make it look like what Boston would look like. Alright, so we'll keep all that for now, but that's disposal if we don't need it. Roads out of the town, we don't need, so goodbye. Let's see. We don't need that side street. And we don't need this. What else? We technically don't need that either. Good. Alright. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Alright, so here we have bad construction again. We have a police station just hanging out here, so now we do need this, because I'm not going to rebuild the police station. That's expensive. And technically they have no road here either. That's why that's not doing anything. We'll just do that and hopefully hope for the best. What else? This is... It's hard to get the 4-ways, but they actually got the 4-way here, so yeah. But we're going to keep it. Oh boy, this is, like I said, this is all such a mess here. Alright, so do we have any more extra? Yeah. Let's get rid of that. All this is extra. I mean, it's always such bad construction that they do in these scenarios. They're trying to be fancy and creative. It's just nonsense. Alright, we're gonna get rid of this hospital in the middle of nowhere. We don't need that. What else? This is all garbage. That's garbage. Technically, that could work. Yes, that's fine. Alright, let's see. What else? Wow, what a mess. I mean, this is cute. I'll keep that. That's not gonna make or break the bank here. And I might actually extend it a little bit. Alright, so let's get rid of all the little avenues here. This is a waste of everything, so... I don't even know what to do. This is such garbage. What a weird construction they got here. Let's see. So we remove that. Yeah, that won't work. Alright, but we can get rid of this at least. Let's do that. Wow, this is just messy. Okay. We might rebuild some things. I'm not crazy about what they did here. Okay. Alright, that we don't need. Yep. And this we don't need. Yep. And what else? This we don't need. This we don't need. I know I'm sounding like a repeat. Whoops. Oh, that's alright. That'll come back. Alright, this we don't need. What else? Yeah, this is all just confusing. Let's see. Yeah, we technically don't need that. And we'll keep that because I don't even know what that is. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? This can go... As long as something's touching everywhere, and it is, so yeah, all this can go to... Yeah, that we need... This we don't need, because the fire department can, believe it or not, use railroads. I know it doesn't make sense, but they can. This can go... And like I said, technically you don't need to connect everything, but I like to at least do that. I've mentioned this before, but not everyone watches everything in order, so I will repeat a little bit. Technically, you could have just a street here connected to nothing and it works. The game's logic lets you do it, but I like to have it a little semi-quasi-realistic where it makes sense that cars will be there. I mean, there's no real rhyme or reason why I do, because technically you don't have to, but why not? You know, just to keep it in the realm of, okay, at least it's connected, Ramsis, you know? At least he did that. But we don't need this whole avenue here. That we don't need. There we go. Yeah, it'd be for those three. Okay. And I'm sure I'm missing many, but right now we're just doing preliminary stuff to set up the city properly. Because what we're going to have to do now is rebuild pretty much everything. But the goal, of course, is to get to Metropolis. It's always the goal. Get to Metropolis. Get to Metropolis. And that's ridiculous, having these three here. So there you go. We'll put industry instead. Alright, let's see what else. Technically we don't even need that road, so that can go. We definitely don't need this road anymore. So there you go, that goes. We don't need this road anymore, that goes. What else? We're gonna keep this road because I'm gonna put in stuff, but we can get rid of this little avenue there, yeah. And we'll keep that for now. Technically you don't need the road here, but again, I'll keep it quasi-real, so yeah. There we go. And we don't need this road. Definitely don't need that. Okay. Alright, so far so good. We don't need two bridges, so, you know, I'm gonna get rid of one of them. I mean, a lot of this stuff I'm not happy with. Like, this is a ridiculous place. We don't gonna get rid of that. What else? And we don't need the road in the middle here. Yeah, a lot of this is just going to be micro-analyzing, you know, just getting rid of all the stuff. Micromanaging, that's the word, sorry, not analyzing. Micro-managing, just getting rid of all the waste. Yeah, all the waste is just going to go because it's not worth it. It's just eating up all our tax money that we actually need. Like this, I'm going to keep because I have no idea if we need that. I don't know. This we don't need because we have railroads right there. This we don't need, that's a side street. But this is the best way to do scenarios, folks, in case you were wondering why is Ramsis spending all this time here. You gotta maximize your money. Yeah, that's what it's all about. And we're gonna get rid of this too. This is a waste. We already have bridges connecting. You know, it's cute and all, but we don't need it. And technically, we don't need a street up here either, yeah. So that goes. As long as I have a bridge connecting, that's fine. This is all waste. This is area we can put park or more buildings in. Why waste it with squiggly lines that go nowhere? Again, that's all. A lot of this is waste, but we'll keep it. And we'll get rid of that. There we go. Actually, technically, that should be good enough. If it's not, we'll just make a straight line there. Oh boy, you gotta love the hospital school combos. What a waste of space those are. Technically we don't need that. Okay. Oh boy, what a mess this whole city is. Yeah, we'll keep it. It's against our better judgment. Alright, this we don't need though. And this we don't need. What else? I'm trying to think. Yeah, we can probably get rid of this. Yep. And technically we can get rid of this, but again, I'll keep it quasi-believable. Quasi. Alright. Now, reconnecting the power is going to be the fun part, everybody, as always. And I have no idea how we're going to do that, but we'll figure it out. Like, this bridge here is kind of ridiculous, but that's fine. Let's see. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. And we'll get rid of this. This is a waste. They never build buildings together, by the way, in the scenarios. Isn't that amazing? So you can never get, like, the tops, because they never do it. Alright, all this can go. The waste. Alright, let's put the railroads back in. Oops. Alright, we'll fix that. There we go. Alright, let's see. What else can we get rid of? I'm sure there's plenty more areas, but we're not gonna go crazy here. Alright, that's good enough for now. So, let's start everything up. Let's rebuild the railroad here. So now we gotta see when everything's gonna start flashing. Alright, technically we don't need this anymore. There that goes. Inadequate rail system. Yeah, that's the problem. The rails. My goodness. Alright, all the roads here can go. Okay. Alright, so that area's all clean. So let's see what's going to be without power, because I'm sure we're going to lose power in places. I think you have to wait for the map to, the month to change. Let's connect that though. Alright, so now let's go and see where our power issues are. You can actually use the map to see the power grid. I don't know if I've shown you that before. Probably have. I've clicked on everything. Crime, we're going to have to fix. We will do that. What else? Power, yes. We want... Oh, okay. Crime went different for some reason because we just destroyed everything. Alright, let's see. So power is out in a lot of areas. Okay. So let's fix that. Let's see how we can do this now. Alright, if we do that, that should connect a lot of it. If we do that, that'll connect some. Good. Alright, what else? Oh, we'll connect this. And then, yeah, that should take care of that area. Where else now? Okay, up here. Because we have to do that. And that. Yep. And then you need that. That takes care of that out. And then we need that. Very good. We'll connect you there. Good. See where else are there power issues? Right here. Let's connect you back. Good. See where else? Up down here. Alright, so let's see. How are we gonna get a proper connection? Alright, like that. That should actually fix a lot of the problems. Alright, let's see. And then we do that. Yeah. And we'll do that. And we'll actually connect you back to this wonderful nuclear plant because it worked so well before for us here. Alright, let's connect that. Yeah, they have a lot more nuclear plants in this city. Alright, we'll do that. Get rid of excess that we don't need. Okay. What else? Ah, okay. Alright, let's see. That. See if that made it different. Okay. Alright, we got some more. Alright, so let's get this one. Yeah, because we destroyed all the roads here. Crime very high, I know, I'm working on it. First things first, as they say. Alright, let's see if that fixed it. Ah, we have to connect this here. Connect that there, this here. That there, this here. This there, that there, here, there, where. Okay. That should do it. Yep, that helped a little bit. Alright, so now... what do we have to do? Now we gotta... go back to our map. Alright, let's see. Alright, so power's out up here now. Let's fix that. I might be asking, why am I saving a nuclear filled stadium? Because the Patriots need somewhere to play, and you know, that's how it goes. So sorry, we're not building another stadium. Patriots have rights too. You know. Sorry. And I am a Giants fan, so you know, haha. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that fixes all that. Alright, let's see. Where else is there power outages? Alright. All the way over here. Nope. Good. Everything's good there. Good. Alright. Nope. Oh, not here. Yeah. Very good. Let's see if Patriot Stadium came back. Good. Alright, I think we are in go mode. So we have a few more minutes left. Let's start rebuilding some things here, alright? Because residential demand is very high. We just destroyed a lot of houses, alright? A lot of houses were destroyed, so... this is a bad area. Actually, you know something? You know what we're gonna do? Let's get police departments in. That's... should be our next goal here. Let's make sure all the power's on. It's not. Alright. That's okay, that's alright, because that's just house a combined changing to regular. Yeah, that's fine. And let's see. Same here. Alright, power's back on. Alright, so let's go to crime. Alright, crime very high here. We're gonna fix that. Give me some police stations. Put you right there. The crime's very high. We're gonna put one right here too. Okay. Let's see, where else is crime high? That's a good question. We have two down there. Alright, right here. So where can we put one? Here? Yeah, maybe we can. Actually, we'll do that. Get rid of the road here. We're gonna put police station right there. Perfect. Alright, let's see, where else is crime? Alright, we got it right here. Where should we put it? I don't really want to destroy anything. Oh boy. Hoping that doesn't ruin the value. Oh, good. You were going right here because you just left. Perfect. That worked nicely. Alright. See, sometimes they do it for you. They let you know. Okay. Right here. Can we get... Yes, we can get rid of this part of the road, so we will. Okay. Fortunately, yeah, we gotta spend all this money. It sucks, but if you don't lower the crime, people are not gonna live here. We gotta get to Metropolis, remember that. Alright, so that's looking a little, and I stress a little better. Alright, we're gonna get rid of the hospital and put a police station. Okay. Alright, so I think that's it for now. Let's see what happens with the tax money. Oh, good, we actually got a top. Look at that. Yeah. And let's wait for the money to come in, and then we'll see what we got. Oh, here we go. Alright, so we collected 2,400, we spent 2,600. Not terrible. Not terrible, no. But fire funding is going, as always. Yeah, we do not need fire funding. So there you go. That will save us. Okay. 4 years to complete. Here we go. Alright, we'll go a little further, and then we'll save it on up, and I think we're done. Alright. I'm pretty sure we don't need all this either. Let's see. If we get rid of... Yeah, that'll be fine. And technically we don't need that either. Good. Okay. Alright, so residential and industrial. So we're going to build some industry now. Let's rebuild the industry. We lost a lot of that from everything that's happened. I think industry doesn't mind being near a nuclear power plant, right? There we go. Can we build one here? No. You need enough land to build, obviously. Yeah, you can't do that. Nope, can't do that either. We could do this, but I don't know how we're gonna get to it. No. We'll wait. But I think we could build right here. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright. Alright, that's... Weird place of residential, but that's where they want to be, whatever. All this land's useless, that's fine. Okay. Again, this residential makes no sense, so let's get rid of it. Keep everything connected. Until I figure out what to put there. Okay. Alright, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. This is fun. We gotta figure out how to get people back in here though, but we will figure that out. Oh, well actually let's check. Did we lower the crime at all? If not, that's what we have to do more of. We did, yes. Crime was lowered a lot. Not enough though. Let's put a police station here and then we'll call it a day. Yes. I hate spending all the money on police, but we gotta. Let's get rid of some traffic here. We don't need this anymore. Okay. They can use the railroad to get over if they want to. What else? Yeah, technically they don't need any of this anymore. What else? We can connect. The road goes from up here. Yeah, so this can all go too. Let's get rid of that. Put the railroad in. There we go. Reconnect the power. Yep. And there you go. Alright, oh, reconnect power here. Yeah, thank you. Alright. When the power comes back, then I think we will save it and call it a session. There we go. And I think we're in good shape now. Yes, the population's going down, but yes, we are in good shape now because we fixed a lot of the crime and traffic problems. That was the issues here. And once you get rid of that, then you're good to go. See, I would love to get rid of this, but I'm so worried I do that and then you lose everything here. I'd rather not, you know. Hold on. We have to fix that and that. Alright, we're gonna leave it there. Let's pause it. That was a pretty good first session. We got to see a nuclear explosion. That's pretty cool. We got to destroy everything. We kept Patriot Stadium, so all you Patriots fans, don't say I didn't do it for you. Your stadium is still there. It has some nuclear radiation, but that's okay. It is still there. Alright? 2010, I don't even know who was on the team at that time. Was it Brady? Probably in 2010, who remembers? But, you know, the Giants had a pretty good year in 2009, didn't they? Yeah. Anyway, that was the first part of Boston Scenario 2010 here on SimCity Super Nintendo. And of course, I'm just kidding. I love every team. Don't get mad, folks. You know, I just kid around. I'm not like that. Alright, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell if you like what Steve has something to say. Hopefully you guys do. Check us out on our main channel, Best's Retro Reviews, or Retro's alive and well and not going anywhere anytime soon. Now, I don't know if we're going to finish it next time, because we might still have a lot of work to do here to get up to the levels we need, but that's the goal. If we finish it next time, great. If not, we'll do it then the episode after. The good news about this scenario is it's only 5 years, which I think most of the scenarios should be only 5, but some of them they make 10 for unknown reasons. But this one is, thank goodness, 5. So we might get through it next time, but it might take the time after. We'll see. Either way, thank you for joining me again. We'll see you all next time as we continue our playthrough of SimCity, Boston, Nuclear Meltdown. Don't flush those toilets at once. This is what happens, I'll tell you. See you then. Goodbye, everybody.